It is now 4:46 in the morning. It is Monday morning of Taxi Vlog 517, and I have $330 on right now, which is good. Maybe a little more if you count the coins. Well, I was counting everything but coins so far. And I had something happen to me early on in the shift. Early on. Had my first fare, went from the part of town where I usually work, and I took these people downtown. Then I was sent to another place down there. Actually in James Bay, which it took 20 minutes to go what would have usually taken 5 minutes or less. And that's because there was a special event going on and they had a lot of streets blocked off, and of course the traffic was thick. So I went and picked up these people and took them to their hotel. And as I was getting paid, this thing was trying to send me on other calls. And they were trying to send me to the hard part to get to. And I rejected the first one, and then I was dealing with the Interac machine and getting paid. And I got another call, and I thought I'd rejected it, but I had accepted it. And it was just down, and, it was awkward to get to. So I had to go around all the traffic to get there. And as I'm turning onto the street, I'm about to make a left turn. There's a guy on a bicycle standing there, like he's standing and holding his bicycle, his bicycle is between his legs, and he's standing there. And I make to go past him and make my left turn. And as I'm halfway through my left turn, all I see is this cyclist right here in my windshield. And he rolls backwards off his bicycle, landing on the pavement with his helmet. His helmet he lands falling backwards with his helmet, and he rolls twice more on the pavement to come to a rest on the curb with his arms splayed out beside him. And then he doesn't move. I'm kind of shocked by this. And these other people come by, and they're sort of administering to him, but he appears to be unconscious. I don't know if he's playing or not. And then I called the 911, the ambulance, and the police, and so on. They all showed up in a few minutes. Before they got there, the guy was already awake, or had regained his consciousness, and he was getting up. And some other guy started yelling at me that I cut the corner too tight, and what was I thinking? And then the guy said, the guy who had the head-on collision with me, asked, "Well, didn't you see me?" I said, "No, I didn't see you until you were right in my windshield." Of course, I was shook up. I didn't remember seeing him before I made my turn. But when I made my turn, I'm sure I didn't aim myself to drive into him. He was stationary when I saw him. Then, of course, I made my turn. He wasn't stationary anymore. He decided to start riding his bike right into the front of my car. It's called causing an accident for the purpose of insurance, to collect off the insurance. I had a couple of similar things happen to me before, but not like this. Well, almost as bad. So now he's going to make an injury claim, and he's going to collect the money off the insurance. And I feel really terrible that he had to pick on me to do it. I mean, would you... I was going past him. But instead of going past him, he started pedaling, and because he was on his seat. He was riding the bike when I saw him. Right here in front of me. There's a big blind spot right there. You can't see through that thing. And how many times have I been turning corners and pedestrians were walking right at me and I had to hit the brakes real hard to miss them. I did hit the brakes real hard as soon as I saw this guy. But he was a little quicker than a pedestrian that moves a little slower. Anyway, I really hate when shit like this happens. And I know I didn't drive right into him. I know I didn't. I was going past him, but he decided to put himself in my path. Just because he could. And it was really theatrical the way he rolled backwards and rolled 2 more times and ended up on the curb, lying on the curb with his arms splayed out beside him. Too theatrical. He didn't roll twice backwards as a result of the little touch we had. There is no damage to the car except a little rubber mark on the bumper. And there was no damage to his bicycle. If we had hit with any kind of force, his bicycle would have been bent up. Nope. No damage to bicycle. This shit makes me sick. Well, here we are again at the airport, and let's get some light on here. Yep, here we are again at the airport, and the food trucks are busy offloading all of their wares. And I have about $280 on for a Monday night, the end of the holiday. These guys are just dropping off the pilots. And I am going back into town. I still have another hour and a half left to go. It's 4:29 a.m. I'm in much better spirits tonight than I was yesterday. However, the beginning of my night was rather stressed. But it's better now. I'm much more relaxed. The evening, well, before about 11:30, it was busy one right after another. And after that, it slowed down. It slowed down nicely. And I've been getting some decent trips like this one out to the airport, which is making for a decent night. It remains to be seen what will come of that stupid bicycle thing. Anyway, I don't want to think about that right now. I'm going to finish my night. And if anything really memorable happens, you know I'm going to tell you about it, right? Okay. When Tuesday night was pretty well uneventful. It was a quiet night, but I still managed to do about 230. Yeah, about 230. I had long trips. Had some long trips. I had a couple that went out to the western communities, and I had one that went out almost to the airport early on, well, in the night. And I slept much of the morning. I was asleep here in the car. I'd watch a video and fall asleep watching a video, then get a call, wake up, do the call, get back to my Wi-Fi, watch a video, get another call, wake up, and so on. I'm in a different car tonight because the usual car that I drive is in the shop getting its right rear door and quarter panel repaired, because you may have noticed that a couple of vlogs ago it was in an accident. This is taxi vlog 518, I believe, and I'm in a different car, and a lot of things are different. A lot of the controls are different in that we're using a tablet rather than a mobile data terminal. And a lot of the other controls are the same, but in different places. And so, I'm at work, and I have this car for 2 nights. For the two nights that I have off, because my regular car is in the shop. So I'll get back to you at the end of the shift. Let you know how the Wednesday night went, and update myself and update you on what's going on. Yeah. Well, it's the morning. It's the 5:30 in the morning, and it's Thursday morning. Yeah, it's Thursday morning. This is my second to last shift of the week. I'm driving a different car. I think I mentioned that already. Because the one with the wrecked up door and quarter panel, I've been driving this damaged car for 2 weeks. And finally it went into the shop. And it won't be ready by Friday, so I managed to get this car for tonight. And I asked the owner if it was available tomorrow night too, and he said yes it is. And I said okay, I'll work it tomorrow night also, and I'll put the lease in the safe at the office, and that will do just fine by him. I already have a whole shit pile of Interac. I think I have $160, $170 worth of Interac. And the lease for the 2 shifts is only $215. So if I do more than $60 worth of Interac tonight, he's going to be owing me some overs. And I'm already owed some overs from the regular car that I drive. So I have to do some paperwork this morning and add all that stuff up. It's been a little slower than usual now that we've gone through we've had a long week. We had the holiday weekend, so the Sunday and Monday were really good. The Tuesday was a little weak, and now the Wednesday night, I did a little over 350. I did maybe no, not 350, 260. 270, something like that. That's how I did. And this is a different setup than the thing we had in the other car. This is a tablet, and the tablet works just like the MDT did, although it's more complicated. So fortunately it works a lot like my phone, so it's not too difficult to figure out. And that's it. I've done my last call. I'm on my way to from the western communities all the way to the other end of town up near the university to drop this thing off and pick up my car. Unfortunately, I can't walk. Well, I could walk to work if I gave myself half an hour or more than half an hour. Anyways, I'll be back and talk to you sooner. It's 5:03 in the morning, Friday morning of Taxi Vlog 518, I think it was. And I'm just about done. I'm on my second night of a different car, and one of my headlights is apparently out. So I'm going to put that on the envelope saying that one of the headlights is out. The night was pretty good until about 2 o'clock. And then it was one trip an hour basically. Except that at 3 or around 3, I got sent to a shopping mall. And it didn't say where at the shopping mall I was to find the customer. When I got to the shopping mall, I called the customer and didn't get an answer. And before I had arrived at the shopping mall, there was another cab that drove away. So it's possible that other cab got my customer. So I was missing a customer there, and I like I said, I tried calling to find out where exactly I'd find the customer, but no answer. Then I had another call, and I had a couple of generous guys. One guy, he paid me $20 for like a $16 fare, which was nice. And now I just dropped one guy off. His fare was $10.30, and he gave me $20.30. He just put a $10 tip on the Interac. And that was after I had trouble with the Interac. The machine had somehow got unplugged, and I had to plug it in again to make sure it would fire up. Now it's working fine. So, well, we're not lucky with traffic lights. I got time for one more fare, and hopefully it happens soon. I'll go by the car wash and give the car a hose down. Oh. Please check for cell phone. Really? Okay, I'll have a look for a cell phone. Anyway, hope yours is better than mine.